Can you hear me? I'll make sure the audio is working. I don't know what happened. I was having some difficulties trying to get the stupid camera to work. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and get started. So pretty much, I wanted to do this live stream because I was really excited because we have finally reached over 100 followers on Twitch, which I'm super happy about. Hey, Kung Flu. So yeah, so I'm super excited. Had no idea that this was going to happen. That my channel was going to end up, blowing up all of a sudden in a few weeks. I had been on Twitch probably maybe a year and a half. I'd actually put it down and stopped streaming for a while because I don't know. It kind of just didn't feel right at the time, and I was trying to balance that and YouTube, and for some reason I couldn't balance the two with everyday life for whatever reason, and I kind of just didn't like streaming at first. I can't even honestly tell you why, but now I'm back. Started streaming a few weeks ago, and I love it. I love streaming and playing games for you guys every week. I don't know why I didn't like it before, but I definitely love it now. So so yeah, so thank you guys for following me. 100 followers. That I'm so grateful. So grateful. Hopefully, 2021 is going to be a great year, and we can grow the channel more. And I'm almost to affiliate, so hopefully we make it. I'm pretty close on that. So channel about the channel. Okay, so normally I play JRPGs, a lot of JRPGs. Um, that's like my big thing. That's my niche. That's one of the things that makes my world go round. Is Japanese role playing games. So I'm going to be playing a lot of those on the channel, but I know a lot of you guys probably don't like JRPGs, and that's fine. I'm going to play games that I enjoy, but I do enjoy lots of other different types of games, lots of different series, lots of different genres. So you guys will see that on the channel. So 2021 is the year of Trails of Cold Steel, and for those of you who don't know what that is a JRPG that was created by Falcom, and it is absolutely amazing. And that's what I'm currently playing on the channel right now. Um, thanks, Chris. Good to see you, buddy. So, Trails of Cold Steel, we're playing through 1 right now. We're going to be playing through 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hopefully, by the end of the year, I can finish up 4. They're really long games, so it's going to be really trying. They're probably, I don't know, anywhere from 50 to 60 hours a piece in length. But also, I'm going to be streaming on a different day every week, so two streaming days. The other one is probably going to be something different. I'd started out playing East 8 and was really enjoying that for that stream, but since Resident Evil Village, we got more information on that. We got more gameplay released. I'm really excited about that game, and I definitely want to stream that when it comes out this year. So because of that game and all the information that we've gotten, what I want to do is I want to stream a Resident Evil game on Fridays. I think it's going to be Fridays, maybe a different day, but for right now it's Friday. Like tomorrow, I'm going to start streaming Resident Evil 4. I wanted to do 7 because 7, it obviously plays Ethan. It's first person, and I really wanted to play 7 on the channel just because it links up with 8. But Twitch is absolutely full of people streaming 7 right now, and I don't want to get lost in the sea of Resident Evil 7 streamers. So we're going to play 4 because, honestly, I've never beaten 4, and I absolutely love it. I love Resident Evil in general. I love all of the games. Before, I just never got around to beating, and I have it. I've gotten so far in the game, but I'm actually going to start it over for you guys and play that. Oh yeah, 4 is Chris, 4 is amazing, buddy. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So that's tomorrow night. I'm going to stream that at 10 p.m. and we'll probably go for an hour or two. So that's pretty much, Trails of Cold Steel, and then we're going to have, probably after Resident Evil 4, I might go back to East 8, play that for a little while, maybe switch out. It all depends on, how I feel and what you guys want to see, what kind of Pong. I've played Pong maybe once in my life. So, yeah, that's pretty much an update for Twitch. Basically, this video, this stream is an update on everything that I'm doing this year, channel-wise. Talking about my YouTube. There's going to be a Q&A at the end of the video. Maybe talk about a little bit about a giveaway that I want to do. Once I hit 200 followers, I think I'm going to do another giveaway. The first giveaway I done was for the Zerude Pokemon code, and that was actually on my first stream of this year, and that went over well. We got a lot of viewers for that stream, and it was great. We started Trails of Cold Steel. It was just overall a great stream, and I'm very happy about that, and I think that's kind of what set the channel off. So overall, very pleased with that, and going to move forward. So also YouTube. So I don't have anywhere near the subscribers on YouTube that I have followers on Twitch. I think we're at like 43, 44 subscribers. So if you guys want to follow my YouTube content, it's at Casey Plays Games, all one word, all lowercase, at YouTube. And you can find the link to it on my Twitch channel on the page somewhere. Pretty close by. I think it's underneath the followers. So you guys can click that link and go there. I play a lot of things on that channel. Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts. There's a lot of Devil May Cry going on right now. I'm playing through all those games. I have a Bloodborne playthrough I'm working on right now. So yeah, there's plenty of things, coming down that we're going to be doing this year on both channels. I'm trying to, I'm doing pretty well balancing everything. Like I'm trying to stream 1 or 2 days a week on Twitch. I upload videos on YouTube 3 days a week. So yeah, I'm very proud at how well I'm doing with this. Like, it just makes me so excited. And I know that's, it's kind of, I don't know, I'm just grateful, guys. I'm happy. Oh, this is my wonderful, can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. It's my Legend of Zelda glass. It's got the shield and the Master Sword on it. You probably can't see that because it's white. So, thanks, buddy. Tell her I miss her. I miss talking to her. So, see, we covered YouTube. So a little bit about me for the people out there that don't really know anything about me. I'm 29 years old. I live in Tennessee. I have a wife who I've been married to. This year will be our 3rd year and our 7th year together, but our 3rd year of marriage. And she's a wonderful, intelligent, smart, beautiful, just overall great gal. Like, I absolutely love her to death. I adore her. And we have 2 beautiful daughters, Zoe and Cadence. And, I'm trying to slowly bring them up into the gaming world. One of them, that's taking off beautifully. The other one, here and there, she likes to play video games, but, sparingly. We're getting there. My wife listening by the door? No, they're not even home. They're at my in-laws right now. It's so hard to do, like, these types of streams or videos with people home, because I'm always, like, very self-conscious about, like, screwing up or saying something stupid or, doing something stupid. But I know that's just dumb, but that's just how I am. So, Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, I'm also a published author. I do like to write fantasy. I like to write horror. I'm a big horror movie buff. I have a huge collection. I love slasher movies are my favorite. Halloween is probably my favorite slasher movie of all time. The original Halloween, just because. I mean, it's Michael Myers, man. Well, I mean, what's not to like? I mean, he's creepy as hell. So, I mean, if I had to pick one horror movie baddie to be besties with, that Michael Myers, like, he's got my back. So, um, also, all right, buddy. It's good to see you. Miss you. Love you too. Have a good night. So, also, I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. It's probably one of my favorite series. Roxas's necklace. I've got a Kingdom Hearts ring, and I can just reach it here. Got my Oblivion Keyblade. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. This is my wonderful Avengers blanket. I love this. This is my first. It's made of foam. It's pretty sturdy though. This is actually one of my favorite possessions currently, because this is the first Keyblade I've ever gotten, and this is actually my favorite Keyblade out of all the Kingdom Hearts series is the Oblivion. I'm hopefully going to get Oathkeeper soon. Roxas is one of my favorite characters, so let me stick that up there. Okay. There we go. So, where to go from here, what to talk about. So, we're going to go ahead, I guess, do the Q&A portion of the video, if you guys want to do that. Now, I already have a few questions from a few viewers that probably couldn't get on tonight, so I collected a few questions from a few people, so got those here. So, before I talk about those, I know, the beard. I'm trying to grow it out. I want to look like freaking Gandalf. What's up, Will? Sir Conway, welcome to the stream, buddy. So, I really want to look like a freaking red-bearded Gandalf. Like, you shall not pass. Everything, all of it. ZZ Top, yeah. So, I want it, like, to here. I want the hair to be here, I want to look like freaking red-bearded Jesus. Because I just think that would be so cool. Although my wife thinks that I'll probably end up hating it, so who knows. So before I go on to the questions that I have for you guys, is there any questions that you guys that are currently watching want to ask? Just curious. Anything? That's true. I can always trim it. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior in Kingdom Hearts? Is it great? Absolutely. Is it for everyone? Probably not. Most people probably think just because it's got Disney characters in it, that it's tied to Disney, that it's really immature and it's just not great at all. Actually, I mean, it's got some pretty dark themes some of the time. I mean, I wouldn't say it's all kid friendly, maybe. Some of the themes are a little bit more mature, I would say, especially in the later games. Probably Kingdom Hearts 3 especially, it's a little darker. Especially toward the end, but yes, I wholeheartedly believe that Kingdom Hearts is probably one of the best JRPG series. It's an action JRPG, and I would say it's just overall fantastic. I mean, honestly, I could probably go 5 or 6 hours talking about it and what I like about it, but don't really have the time for that, so I would definitely check out reviews, I'll talk about it on stream. Maybe I'll stream some of the games. I am playing some of the games on my YouTube channel, so you guys can check that out. I plan on going through all the games. Actually, my full playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3 is already on my channel, and the Remind DLC. I already have videos for all of those on there, so you can check out the entire playlist if you want to do that. I had a really fun time playing that, and definitely would like to go back and play Critical Mode, because it's been like, I don't know, a year and a half, almost 2 years since I played Kingdom Hearts. I really want to get back into it. I really miss it. But yeah, that's pretty much Kingdom Hearts. I mean, love it. Absolutely love it. So what's next? Besides Kingdom Hearts, that you already know that I love, because I've said I've loved it probably 10 times in this stream so far. So am I going on with my questions that I have here on my lovely sheet of paper? Puff puff or no puff puff? Puff puff. Puff puff. And if you guys don't know what that reference is, play Dragon Quest. Wonderful. Puff puffing is wonderful. Alright, so questions. Here we go. So number 1, what is your all-time favorite game? Now, this question is funny because most people would think that, oh, Casey's favorite game of all time is a JRPG, or it's probably Trails of Cold Steel. No, that you'd be mistaken, absolutely mistaken. My favorite all-time video game in the entire universe is Bloodborne. Absolutely, without a doubt, I could play Bloodborne repeatedly, over and over and over again, and never get tired of it. The store From Software done such an amazing job with that game, and it's just absolutely like there's just nothing like it. I mean, well, Dark Souls, but like I feel like Bloodborne is very dark, very gritty, very gory. Just overall, like the theme of it, the creatures, the bosses, like the overall lore, everything about it is just absolutely fantastic. And actually, me and Ragrathist, who's on the stream watching right now, you know, we were kind of playing it together at one point. I got way ahead of him, and finally he came back and beat it. But we would talk about it all the time. We worked together, so, but we would talk about it all the time, and just like there's always something. I feel like every time I play it, I always find something new. I always, you know, there's something I didn't see the last time I played it. I'm playing New Game Plus 2 on my YouTube channel right now. I've got to play through that. I'm about halfway through the game, and it's pretty hard. I do plan on playing a 100% walkthrough, 100% stream on Twitch sooner or later. I don't really know, but it's one of my favorite games, and you know, I would like to play it for you guys because it's very rage inducing, but it's very fun, and it's to see me rage is just it's hilarious. But oh man, Kung Flu followed me and I didn't even notice it. Thanks, Kung Flu, for the follow. So sorry about that. Just kind of like rambling on. So I'm trying to pay attention to the camera and pay attention to my laptop, which has got my Stream Manager pulled up. So I'm trying to like collectively view everything. I wish I had more than 4 eyes. So Bloodborne, all-time favorite game. Absolutely love it. You guys will definitely see that on this channel. Most underrated JRPG, in my opinion. That is a good question. That is a very good question. Most underrated JRPG. I would have to say it's very difficult, actually. Very difficult. Most underrated JRPG. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to say this. I'm sure. No, no, not Sticker Star. I've not played that one, Will. Not got around to playing that, so I have no idea, what that's like. But um, my answer would be an odd one because I'm honestly going to say Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I know a lot of you just gasped. Um, like, why am I choosing that? It's so recent, but I'm gonna tell you, the community for this game is unbelievable. You have people, I feel like it's two extremes. You either you really really love it and it's amazing to you, or you absolutely think it's complete garbage. And I don't get that. Like the original game is really good. I love it. It's really up there on my list, if not top three maybe. But I will say that what Square had done with that game, what they had done with the story, the things they added, the things they took away, I thought it made sense. I thought it made perfect sense. I'm not going to give spoilers because I know a lot of you guys haven't played it yet, but or I'm just assuming you haven't. Some of you I know you haven't played it yet, but like the game itself is beautiful. Like it's I don't mean to be a little salty about it or anything, but like The Last of Us Part 2, winning all those awards, I mean, game awards. Like, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Final Fantasy VII Remake, you know what they won? You know what Square Enix won for that game? The soundtrack. Of course, the Final Fantasy VII Remake soundtrack is amazing. I mean, of course, they're not going to. Of course, that's going to win. But yes, it's more of an action RPG. Um, a lot of people would compare it to Kingdom Hearts, something like that. I would say it's kind of like Kingdom Hearts, but it's a lot different. There's a lot of different elements to it. But I mean, I'm not going to get into all that because it's going to lead me into a review, and that's not what this live stream's about. But I don't want to go on rambling about a game that I absolutely love for an hour or two. So, but yeah, I would think it's underrated because I don't think it's appreciated enough for what it is and what Square is trying to do. I mean, it's going to be like three or four separate games. There's this huge. I feel like the story is just overwhelming. It's overwhelmingly good, and I feel like I really want to know what's going to happen, but I don't. I just don't. It really does. You're right. It does deserve more, but yeah, I would have to say that's as far as an older game, older JRPG, I would probably have to think on that because there would probably be a couple that would come to mind if I could really think about what I had thought would be underrated. But I'm just going to go with that. So, um, what easy 1,000 followers? Uh, What? Boo! How dare you spam my stream with your easy 1,000 followers? It's probably a bot. Honestly, I think it was bot. Okay. So, what's the next question? What are your top three JRPG series? I would have to say my top three would probably be obviously Trails of Cold Steel. And I'm not sure if you would set Trails of Cold Steel aside from the rest of the Legend of Heroes games because that's all collectively one series and most of it, they all coincide together. But I would say if I had to pick like a certain section of that whole, I guess you'd say series, I would say Trails of Cold Steel would be my number one, and it's just playing those games is just absolutely amazing. They're just great. The story, the combat, like every element to them. There's nothing about those games that I do not like. So I would say that's probably my all time favorite. Second, I would probably say Shin Megami Tensei / Persona, because they kind of coincide together and they have like some of the same elements. And Persona used to be Shin Megami Tensei, and now it's kind of with Persona 5 set itself apart. So I would say probably those games, just because they're really dark for the most part, and I feel like, I really gravitate toward the dark, gritty stories of certain JRPGs, and I really think like I gravitate more toward those. So I definitely really like that series. And three, I would honestly probably say Kingdom Hearts. You would think Kingdom Hearts would be one as much as I talk about it, but I would say probably three. And if I had to pick two more, it would probably be Final Fantasy and then the Tales of games. So that would be my top 3 or 5 JRPG series. Number 4. If you could live in any JRPG world, what would it be? So I don't know what you guys would choose. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys would choose. So if you guys want to answer that for me and let me know, that'd be great, because I'm kind of curious. But I would say Persona 5. If I had to pick any JRPG, it'd be Persona 5. And I know that's funny because it's set pretty much in modern day Japan, but it is a dream of mine to not only learn Japanese, but to actually go to Japan and visit there, because that would just be, that is one of my biggest dreams, is to go and visit Japan and to see the culture and to see the people up close and personal, like, not on a YouTube video, not seeing someone else who streams or does YouTube content travel there. I don't want to see it on a TV screen or a computer monitor. I want to see it for myself. I want to be there. And I don't know how my wife feels about it, but I definitely, I would love to go there. I would love to see it. She wants to see Paris and Italy, so maybe we can compromise, and one time I'll take her there, and we can go to Japan. But that'd be great. That would honestly be great, and to be friends with Joker and the rest of the Phantom Thieves, and stealing people's hearts and making the world right. I'm all about that. I am all about that. Oh, so Will, you're a Futaba fan. No dirty thoughts, buddy. No dirty thoughts. So that would be my answer to question 4. Number 5. What is the game that got you interested in JRPGs? Well, I will tell you this. I would have to say it is probably Final Fantasy X. Because growing up, I played a lot of Mortal Kombat. I played a lot of Dragon Ball Z Budokai. I played a lot of Mario, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot. I played a lot of those type of games, and I never really played JRPGs at all. I didn't know what a JRPG was. I didn't really know. Honestly, I didn't know what the genre was at all until I was a little bit older. And I would say I used to have a demo disc, and I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen this or ever had this, but I had a demo disc of Final Fantasy VII, but it wasn't just Final Fantasy VII. There was like I think the other demo on the disc was Bushido Blade, the samurai fighting game. And I would play that a lot, the demo, and I would play the Final Fantasy VII demo. And I remember, playing as Cloud and going through and summoning the summon monsters and battling in this turn-based system, which I didn't even know it was a turn-based system at the time. Didn't know what it was called. Didn't know anything about it. And I was just like, this is okay. I would play it every once in a while. I mainly played Bushido Blade because it was just super fun to, play as a actual samurai in a samurai duel. So, I didn't know what I had at first when I played that game. And then years later, I want to say I was probably 11 or 12, maybe 13. I don't know, but I had some money. Um, I went to a Kmart with my parents. If you guys remember what Kmart is, and there's not a lot of those around anymore. Um, but I went to Kmart, and that's when Kmart actually sold games. They don't sell them anymore for the ones that are still around. But I had looked in the case, and I was like, I could not find. This was during the PlayStation 2 era. Pretty. I want to say I don't know how late in the PlayStation 2 area in an era that it was, but I want to say probably about a few years after PS2 was released. Um, I had seen these two games in the game case at Kmart, and one was Final Fantasy X for PS2, and the other one was Final Fantasy VII. It was an actual black label copy. Um, in the case, completely sealed. That's when they were still selling PS1 games. And I had found those two, and I was like, I don't really know anything about these. Never heard about them before, and I didn't put two and two together with the Final Fantasy VII game until later on. And now when I go to buy a game or something like that, or want to play a game, I look it up. I look at reviews, YouTubers that I watch or streamers that I watch their streams and see if it's something that I want to play, because I'm not going to waste my money on something that I don't want or want to add to my collection. It just doesn't happen. I'm not sure how you guys do it, but I'm all over reviews, YouTube, Twitch, everything. I'll ask friends if they've played it, but that's I didn't really know anything about Final Fantasy at all. Like, I was like, what is this Final Fantasy? Why is it called Final Fantasy, and why is there 10 of them apparently? So, which I thought was pretty funny. At the time, Square Enix was not Square Enix; it was SquareSoft. So, I took it home. I unwrapped the case, Final Fantasy X. I put it in. Obviously, that was the newer game, so I was like, I'm going to play this first. And I started to play some of it, and garbage. Absolute garbage. And I remember thinking, like, this game is so bad. Like, it had a lot of good voice acting, but like, I was just like, I just don't get it. I don't get the overall theme, and that's because I hadn't really played any JRPGs. I didn't really know anything about it. I didn't know, like, I was like, am I playing the 10th game? Am I supposed to play all of the rest of them to understand this? And obviously, I had found out from people, it's like, oh no, they're all different, and it's fine. So I kept playing 10, completely ignoring 7. Like, I honestly almost forgot that I had it. So I kept playing 10 repeatedly, like, just every day. And that's all I would play for months. And then it got to where got to the end of it, and I was going to fight Sin, and I just could not beat it. So finally, I gave it to, I was lazy at the time. I don't know why. I gave it to one of my buddies, and I said, here's my memory card. Here's my game. I was like, you've played this before? I was like, beat it for me in the game. I'm done. And actually, he beat Sin for me, but that was not the end of the game. So he gave it back to me. He's like, okay, I beat this boss for you. And, I played the rest of the way. And let me tell you, that game just done something to me. And I was like, I really love this. Like, it just, the turn-based combat was good. The overall story was really good. At first, I didn't really like it, but toward the end, it was fantastic, and there was just nothing like it that I had ever played. So then I picked up Final Fantasy VII. I opened it up and I put it in. And I was like, okay, this is an older game. Obviously, it's not going to look as great, but I'll give it a try because it's probably around the same type of theme. Okay, well, it's completely different theme than what I thought it was going to be, and I started playing it, and I was like, holy crap. I was like, I've literally already played the whole first area of this game and didn't even realize it. So let me tell you, I thought I was cool as crap. I was like, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. Went through, beat the guard scorpion at the beginning of the game, beat that first level, and then obviously after that I had no idea what I was doing, and got through most of the game up until like some of the final bosses, and I was like, I couldn't beat it, and I got so mad. I was just like, it just sat on my shelf forever. Never beat it. Never ever touched it again. So then, I started playing more Final Fantasy, the newer ones that would come out. I never played 11. Never got the chance to play 11 because that was PS2 online. And just never got around to doing that. Eventually started playing Kingdom Hearts and things like that. And here we are today. And I've played, I don't know how many JRPGs, games, and series. And I'm learning more and more about it, new series every day. And I feel like the community for JRPGs is just so great, and everyone's really nice. And I'm in all these groups and these discords, and there's just so many things about JRPGs that are just so great that I could talk about them all day. There is one guy on YouTube who I'll recommend to you. His name is Super Derek RPGs, and he's got a really great channel, so you should go check him out. I watch his streams and YouTube, and I follow and subscribe to both, and he's just absolutely just an overall, all-around great guy. So yeah, Final Fantasy X, that was, I know, a really long-winded story, but that was just, it hits here because that was like really the game that got me into my niche, that got me into the games that I absolutely enjoy. So we'll move on now. I'm out of breath. Let me take a drink. Okay. So, do you do anything else besides gaming? I thought this question was kind of funny because I was like, is this person saying that I only ever play video games, or like they legitimately want to know what else I do? So, like I said, I'm a writer. I love to write. I love to read. But the thing is, though, is to have the time to sit down and read a book. I have a lot of things, I spend time with my wife, spend time with my kids. And, I go over to my in-laws usually on the weekends. I work a 40-hour-a-week job. I'm trying to do YouTube, trying to do Twitch, and I really want to read more. A good fantasy author that I could recommend to you is Brent Weeks. His Night Angel trilogy and the Lightbringer series is absolutely amazing, and you guys should go check it out if you like to read. So, gamers have no... yeah, I mean, we try to have one. I have a wife and 2 kids. Obviously, I can't ignore them for video games. I love them dearly and would never want to do that. Well, if it came down to them, I would probably stop being a gamer. That's probably the only thing that would get me out of it if it came down to it, But, my wife doesn't mind me playing video games. She absolutely loves it, My father-in-law plays video games. A lot of us, my brother-in-laws play video games. My wife and kids like video games too. My wife, not so much. I play Farmville 2 with her. We play it on our tablets, and we help each other with our farms, and that's something we play together that we really like. She likes Need for Speed, and Spyro and things like that. Simpler games, not things that are very complicated like I play with complicated stories. So yeah, that's pretty much. At one point, I was learning to play piano. My brother-in-law was teaching me how to play piano, and I have a keyboard and everything. That's obviously been put on the back burner too because I just have so much. But I would really like to learn how to play piano. That would be great. So hopefully I can get into that. But yeah, mostly I write and play video games and spend time with family. That's pretty much what we do. So let's see. I completely skipped over a question at the top. I don't know how I done that. So what are some games that you would like your kids to play growing up? Well, the thing is my kids, They love Animal Crossing. They love Hello Neighbor. They love to play Roblox. I play Roblox with them sometimes, and they get really excited. Roblox is just not. I mean, I know a lot of adult YouTubers and Twitch streamers play Roblox. Not saying anything against them because if you like a game, you like a game, and I would never bash someone for liking something. But it's just not for me. It's not. It's very hard to play the games. I feel like it's not really for adults, and a lot of them are quite simple. And I mainly play with them because they enjoy me playing with them, and it's fun to spend time with them doing that. And they really just light up, like they love it. But Zoe, my oldest, likes to play. She likes Minecraft, Hello Neighbor. She actually at one point almost beat all of Kingdom Hearts 2 by herself. And I will tell you this, she hardly ever healed. She hardly ever healed herself, and she never used magic or anything like that. She only used the attack command. Every once in a while she'd be like, "Daddy, big, boss monster, big monster," and I had to come beat the bosses for her because she couldn't do it because obviously there's mechanics and strategy involved in a lot of those. But I enjoyed playing those games with her. She loves Kingdom Hearts, loves seeing the different Disney characters. Minecraft and Sims 4, okay, yeah. I feel like Minecraft is just like one of those universal games for kids, like everyone loves it. I feel like it's just, just one of those things, kind of like when Five Nights at Freddy's, took off and everybody liked, that new part of the horror genre and all that. Kids just really like certain things. But I would, maybe in the future, maybe I would like for them to try JRPG, and maybe they'll end up loving it. I don't know, but obviously, I like my kids to play video games. But if they ever, got down the road, didn't want to play video games, if they, didn't want to play video games, or they didn't want to play the video games that I like, I mean, obviously that's okay. They're their own people, and I would never want to pressure them into liking something. My youngest doesn't really like to play video games as much. I mean, she'll play games on her tablet, but a lot of you guys know that I'm a huge Power Ranger fan, and I have been since I was really, really young. I've watched every season that's come out. Super excited for Dino Fury when it comes out this year. But my youngest absolutely loves Power Rangers. I'm so mad that they're taking it off Netflix. But she really likes Power Rangers. So there's things that I love that both kids really enjoy, and that really, as a dad, that really makes me happy that I can enjoy doing things that I love with my kids because they love it too. And that's one of the great things about parenting in general is just watching your kids grow up and doing the things that you like to do when you were younger, and seeing how that makes them happy, and it reminds you of how you were happy. Also makes me feel like I'm freaking old because I'm almost 30 years old. I'll be 30 this year, so definitely feeling it. But so we'll go on to the next question, and that is, what other genres of games do you play? Besides JRPGs, I really like survival games, survival horror, Resident Evil. I love all of the Resident Evil games, pretty much. I've not played them all, but I really love them. Soulsborne games, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne. I love all of those games. I'm literally almost done with Dark Souls, and then I'm going to kind of backtrack to 2 and 1, which they're the hardest. I haven't beat Demon Souls yet. I have been playing it on PS3 a little bit. It's kind of difficult though, but I'm really excited to maybe get a PS5 in the future and try to do the remake, which looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm really excited for that. Aside from survival horror and the Soulsborne games, I would probably say, oh yeah, absolutely. I've heard how horrible it is. It's the hardest out of them all because the mechanics are different. But yeah, I definitely love it. I'll give it a try. Hopefully, I can make some headway and, one day beat them all because they're just great. I don't care how many times I die, how many times I get frustrated. My wife, she just thinks it's so funny when I die. And sometimes she'll come in and she'll interrupt me, and I'm like, "Honey, I can't talk right now. I'm in a boss fight," or I'll get frustrated because as soon as she walks in through this door and says something to me, I lose focus and I die. Obviously I'm not going to get mad at her. She didn't know what I was doing, but like it's funny. She gets a kick out of it, and obviously I don't get mad at her. But Pokemon's not exactly a genre, but I love everything Pokemon. I'm currently playing Pokemon Sword on the Switch right now, and I just got my 5th badge today. Love it, absolutely love it. And then I'd say the last genre that I play is Metroidvania games. I really like Hollow Knight. I tried to play Castlevania and Bloodstained. They're a little difficult for me, especially like the older games. But I really like the genre and I keep going back to it. Let's see. Do you plan on playing any other games on the channel other than JRPGs? Yeah, I think I covered that in the beginning of the video or the live stream. I definitely plan on playing other things, and if there are games, I'm not this type of person that's like I'm only going to play on my channel what I want to play. If you guys want to suggest games to me on whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on Twitch, you guys can just let me know. Recommend me a game. I'll try anything just once, except for maybe sports. I like baseball. Go Boston Red Sox. That's my favorite team. But I'll try anything just once, just not really sports games besides baseball. I mean, MLB The Show, there's only so much you can do, honestly. But yeah, if you guys want to recommend something for me to play on the channel, live stream wise or video wise on YouTube, I am all ears. I'll take recommendations all day. I'll try anything just once. That's what my first impressions videos are for on YouTube. Basically, instead of reviewing a game and rating it out of 10 for playing the whole game, I'll play a demo or a section of the game just to kind of get a feel for it, and I'll rate it out of 5 and do a video on that. And I have a whole list. I've done a whole bunch of JRPGs and fighting games on YouTube. So that's, but there will be other things coming down the line. Obviously, I'm playing Resident Evil 4, starting that tomorrow on Twitch. So there'll be other things down the line other than JRPGs. And the last question I have on the sheet, super simple. What is your favorite color? And it used to be black, which most people are like, black is the absence of color. That's not a color. And I'm like, I learned in primary school, pre-K, that black was a color. I learned that it was a color. So up until recently, probably the last few years, black has always been my favorite color. Now it is green. I absolutely love green for some reason. And I think it has to do with the Green Power Ranger because he's always been my favorite. But I always reference green now as my favorite color. And really it's green, white, and black, which are the colors of my channels. If you guys hadn't noticed, any of my banners or artwork that I have done myself. I don't pay anyone for my artwork yet. Obviously, I don't have anything professional made for my channels. But that is my favorite colors. Black, white, green. Green being my favorite right now. So that's all the questions I have on the sheet, guys. So is there any other questions you guys want to ask for the Q&A? Katana Zero. I've never heard of that. Actually, probably tonight or maybe tomorrow I'll look that up. And I'll look it up and I'll see what that's all about, and maybe that's something I'll look into playing. No, I've never tried it. I've never even heard of it, to be honest. Okay, I'll have to give it a try. Honestly, guys, I'll tell you this. Like, I'm still basically a console streamer. I don't really have any fancy overlays. I don't have a great gaming PC that I can stream on. And the fact that I already have over 100 followers, really just, I'm not going to get sappy and emotional or anything like that on camera, but like it means a lot to me that you guys follow me, that you guys watch me, because gaming is something that I absolutely love to do, and to play games and to have these great conversations in chat, and to get to talk to you guys a couple of nights a week and play these games for you and to have share these experiences. It really means a lot. This never used to be a dream of mine. This used to be just a hobby that I wanted to do, but really, from the bottom of my heart, honestly, it feels amazing, and I'm so grateful that you guys follow me, and hopefully, we'll get more followers, and hopefully I'll become affiliate soon, within maybe the next month or so, and we'll start getting subscribers, and it'll take off. And then once everything takes off, I'll get a good gaming PC or gaming laptop, and we will be in there. Be making some great content. Obviously, it'll update my Twitch streams, it'll update my YouTube videos, and oh, it's just gonna be so great. But right now, even streaming on console, even to have the people watch me, because I know my videos aren't flashy. I know you can't see me on camera, other than videos like this. You can't see me on my streams when I stream video games. You can only hear my voice. So the fact that all of you guys follow me and watch me really, really means a lot to me, and it really does make me very excited to stream every day. And yeah, it just overall just brings me a lot of joy to share my gaming experiences and share the games that I love with you guys. So that's pretty much, I guess, it for the Q&A. I mean, I made some pretty good questions. I felt like I had a lot of long-winded explanations. I'm sure you guys are probably tired of me talking by now. I doubt it, but just don't lose your formula. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. And I'm always open to suggestions. If I start doing something you guys don't like, please be honest with me. Don't beat around the bush. Just if you don't like something, and I start doing something, start playing something that doesn't work, you don't think it's going to work for my channel, or you can tell that I'm really not enjoying it, it's just something that I'm just throwing out there because I think someone else is going to like it, just tell me. Be like, hey man, drop this game. It's not you. I'm pretty easy to take criticism. I've had plenty of people tell me that my books are terrible, which I don't think they are. I mean, a lot of people don't like the same games that I play, but really though, when it comes to streaming, when it comes to YouTube, obviously my YouTube hasn't taken off quite as much as my Twitch, so hopefully I would like to at least have 50 subscribers. We're pretty close. I'm like 6 away. I'd really like to have at least 50 subscribers and go from there. I think I've got like almost 300 videos on YouTube. I keep cranking them out. I may not get but maybe a view or two a day, but I'm still dedicated. I'm still doing it. Oh, that's I didn't talk about that. So on YouTube right now, I'm playing 3 different games. Well, thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. And, hopefully people that don't know anything about JRPGs or don't really like them, maybe they'll find one that they do enjoy by watching my streams. And that's what I hope, that I can probably, maybe get someone into liking Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts, or, or something else, just in general. But right now on YouTube, I'm playing through the Devil May Cry games. I'm playing through Bloodborne, and I'm finishing up Final Fantasy VII Remake. Finally, I know that game came out early, like March of last year, and I'm just now getting around to finishing it. I think we have like maybe 3 or 4 videos left before the end, and then I'll probably pick back up on Kingdom Hearts Final Mix after that game. Bloodborne, once that finishes, I think I'm going to start New Game Plus of Dark Souls 3 if I can finish it. I'm like 2 bosses away from beating it. And then I've beaten Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3. I'm doing 4 right now. Not halfway, not quite there yet, but once I beat that one, I'm going to be playing Devil May Cry 5, which I'm super excited. I've only beaten that game once, and I'm super excited to replay it because it's been a while since I played that game. And then a lot of people don't like the DMC Devil May Cry remake, but I kind of like that game. I've always liked that game since I played it, so I'll be playing that on the channel too. And there's plenty of other games that I've started on YouTube that I haven't got to finishing playthroughs of, but I'm definitely going to go back and work on more of those. So there's plenty of content to go around on this channel and on my YouTube channel. And you guys, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm working on my Discord right now, my Discord server, and getting all the stuff from my Discord channel, ready, and I'll invite people and things like that. So I'm just really excited to get all this stuff. 2021 is going to be a really good year for me, and hopefully for everyone else. Yes, last year was a pile of crap, and I think we're all just putting that behind us, and we're just ready to move on and just have a great year. And I really want to bring my gaming along with me, and good conversation, good gaming, and just everyone to have a good time on streams and not worry about anything. That's basically my main goal. Like, I just want to make people happy. I want myself to be happy, my family to be happy. We're just all gonna have a great year, guys. I want to be inspirational to all of you. You guys are awesome. I don't know a lot of you personally, but I feel like on my channel that we're all a big gaming wonderful community, and I love you guys, and I really appreciate that you follow me, and we'll have a good year. We really will. And so on that note, I think we'll go ahead and end the stream here, guys. So I definitely want to thank you for watching the stream tonight. Anybody that didn't get to watch all of the stream, it will be up on YouTube tomorrow. After every one of my streams the next day, I usually upload it to YouTube, unless it's going to be a Twitch exclusive stream, which I usually let you guys know about that ahead of time. So tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, for about 2 hours, I think we're going to start the Resident Evil 4 playthrough. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And then, as we get more info on Resident Evil 8, hopefully when that comes out, I'll be streaming that, because I am getting that sucker. Oh my god. I cannot wait to play Village, man. Vampires, werewolves, zombies, everything. I mean, and the vampire woman, oh my god. She's like blowing up all over the internet, man. But I'm super excited for that game. So, again, guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart for 100 followers. Hopefully we can make it to 200. I can do a great giveaway. It's confirmed to have nudity. Well, there you go, people. Like everything else on the internet and on TV and movies today, Resident Evil 8 is going to have nudity. You heard it here if you hadn't heard it already. So, alright guys, so I will see you guys tomorrow night. Hopefully you guys can join the stream, and we'll have a good time. So thanks for watching the stream tonight, guys, and I'll see you later. Thank you.